Jesus' third utterance on the cross. That's from John chapter 19, verses 25 to 27. John chapter 19, verses 25 till 27. Near the cross of Jesus stood his mother's sister, Mary, the wife of Cleopas, and Mary Magdalene. When Jesus saw his mother there and the disciple whom he loved standing nearby, he said to his mother, "Dear woman, here is your son." And to the disciple, "Here is your mother." From that time on, this disciple took her into his home. This is recorded in John's Gospel. In John's Gospel, Mary do not appear in many scenes. There are two predominant places she appears. One in the wedding at Cana in chapter 2. Now she appears here at the cross. But important thing you notice here is the disciple, the word disciple. And to the disciple he says, "Here is your mother." From that time on, this disciple took her into his home. Here this disciple is John himself. And he took her. Even while hanging on the cross, Jesus said this, "Dear woman, here is your son." And looking at John, Jesus says to the disciple, "Here is your mother." Why this is important? Why it is recorded here in John's Gospel? Because yesterday, on Thursday, Jesus talked about love. Love one another. John understood that concept. We need to love. As a Christian community, the disciple, because they develop as a Christian community, we need to love one another, deeply love one another. That's why if you read 1st John and 2nd John, the predominant theme will be love. You need to love one another. Here is the example. Jesus on the cross, he is loving and forgiving. And now he is taking another responsibility. Here is his mother. He is putting in Christian community. John, you should love her. As a Christian community, what we should do, we should love one another. Especially the Christian responsibility is to take care of widow and orphans. We need to love one another. John took that responsibility seriously. So what he did, from that time on, that this disciple took her into his home. He has taken seriously, so later he takes Mary into his house. How many of us are serious in loving one another, especially widows and orphans, especially in the Christian community, those who are suffering? In this COVID-19 coronavirus situation, people are traveling from place to place looking for food, and many of them lost their jobs, many of them going through difficult time. As a Christian community, how we can love one another? Jesus, even on the cross, he shares his responsibility. I need to take care of my mother. Here is my disciple. He will take care of that next. We can do the same thing. We need to take care of our Christian brothers. And not only that, those who are suffering through this widespread disease. How you can help and support. Especially we are isolated, we are just separated, we should not meet one another. We cannot take any people now like John did. But we need to be wise. We need to help one another, providing material things, providing whatever we can. And not only that, we have family responsibility. In this difficult time, we need to take care of our family. I hope you are taking care of your family, you are spending time with your family. Even Jesus on the cross, he shared his love toward his mother. We should do that even in this difficult situation. I hope you love your spouse, your children, just like Christ loves one another. Amen.